How are we doing today? This is Brad with Golden Golf Academy. And today I want to talk about impact and what the hands are doing at impact. And a lot of times we're caught up in swing plane and trying to deliver it directly down this plane. But we've got to realize is that it's not just a plane we're looking at. We're also looking at the arc, how the hands are arcing. Because how the hands arc controls how the club arcs. And right now you're probably going, what's he talking about? All we're worried about is this plane. Well, that's great, but as we get caught up in this plane, delivering it down the plane and staying on the plane, and on this, we get really caught up and lose sight of what's really happening.
Hi guys, it's Brad here. Coming up on this next slide, there's going to be a QR code you can scan to work with me online through Skillest. It's a QR code here at the bottom center. Just scan that. If you want to work with me in person in the Tampa area, all you have to do is reach out at brad@goldengolfacademy.com. If you have somewhere in a group of people where you would like me to fly out and work with you for a few days, that is a possibility as well. Reach out to the email and I will discuss options with you. Again, I appreciate you guys watching the video so much, and we're going to return back to this video here shortly. Thank you so much.
We're trying to talk about hand path today and where the arc is. And when the arc is lowest point here and pushing up, this is why I'm big into the pelvis, right? That's why I'm big into pelvis pushing up. Low point here, pelvis pushing up. Look at that arc. That's what we're looking for, okay? We don't want to arc like this, because what happens is, especially in longer clubs, we start getting 5, 4, 3 wood, driver. What's going to happen is we're going to get slices this way. We're going to get the ball working left to right, and then we're going to try to throw the hands at it, okay? Now, I know there's a lot being taught nowadays about really trying to rotate and bow and shut the club. If you're into that, that's fine. Again, if you follow me, you'll know that I think that's a very difficult way to swing the club. Much harder on the body, more pressure. Like I said, as the pelvis pushes up and out, you're actually releasing pressure off the back instead of holding it, this way. Like that puts a lot more pressure on the lower back than as we're pushing up and counteracting the measures of the golf club. So like I said, big thing is the hands. I like the shoulders to hold as long as possible as we shift here, because the hands are going to get down. This is the low point of the hands right here. From here, as the pelvis pushes up and the right foot pushes in like that, we can really stabilize the face. So if I go slow, it's going to look just like that. There's a nice slow one, okay? And so you're gonna see those are nice hold. I can hold that face a long time square. And that's really what we're looking for, because that's the hand path, the arc, the low point, as we're here, down here like this, pushing up, versus getting here, staying that way. This is very hard to play with. That way, that's the hand path working really flat through here, okay? The club's gonna actually slow down as it's doing that. But once we start getting here and working up, now the club is gonna pick up speed a lot. And you can go through and look at Hogan, Tiger pre-Foley. He lost a lot of this movement with Foley. I'm not gonna get into who's the best instructor, but I will say that I like his swing prior to Foley better than after Foley. And in order to create this hand path that I'm talking about, we have to compress the ball by shifting left, but the shoulders stay back. That gets the hands down. Then the pelvis can push and drive this way. And as you can see, that's what I'm looking for right there. That's the hand path I'm looking for, because if we control the hand path, we control the club path. To control the hand path, we must control the shoulders. To control the shoulders, we must control the pelvis. And that's just how it works. So we're trying to control the upper body the whole time, but we're controlling the upper body through the pelvis, how it's moving. When the pelvis moves, it changes the spine. So just like when you're standing here and you push your hips to the left, the upper body is going to push to the right so that it centers the balance in the body, right? So this is literally on the way through, you're here, turn, and that's what we're trying to do to get the hands to go up, okay? Everybody who slices the ball in golf and struggles, they're going to be this way, okay? They're going to be spine leaning forward, and that's what creates the slice too. The thing is, if my hands are on an arc out and down this way, so I'm turning and getting this way, so when I'm doing that, the hands are on a very, very flat arc through here. They're actually, so if I'm out and down here, you're seeing the hands are staying more on a level arc this way, okay? Now I'm going to start trying to tilt and get back out of it so I don't drive the club in the ground. But that's not the arc I like to see because it's very hard arc to control. So a lot of the reasons I teach from here, holding the shoulders back and letting the hands get down and then pushing the hips and pelvis this way, is because what that does is that gets the hands down here at the low point at the right leg. Once they're lowest at the right leg and I start pushing up, now the arc is at the hand arc is the lowest here, right? The hand arc is lowest here if my hands are down and I'm pushing up. Now, it takes a little bit of time from the hands to the club. So if my hands start arcing up here, now the club, as it's released, as it starts arcing up, it'll go into the ground and start coming out, okay? And this is how we control the face. Because as the hands start getting to arc up, we can hold that face stable. So if I'm here and I'm trying to arc that face up, or arc my hands up, I can hold that face for days. See? So I'm inside, and as I'm pushing up with the pelvis, because my hands are getting down, this is the low point in the arc, I'm pushing up with the pelvis, I can keep that face as stable as possible. I can hold that face off forever, like never ever getting that face turned over. Now, that's drawing a little bit because I'm from the inside, but the face isn't turning over. I can hit a cut as well from there. Like I can also really hold it off and get the right wrist back, even on the same arc with the hands low here and going up, I can cut this golf ball. So but I've got to be able to control this path, this arc, in order to do it right. And that one's straight, I'm not loose, I'm making little swings. Got a 7-iron here, but you can see that path, you can see the face. I'm not able to hold it on that arc. If I'm getting, and that's the arc of hands down, pushing up, okay? If I get out and over and my spine is covering my pelvis too long this way, what's happening is the hand arc is too long here. Now I'm gonna try to start backing up out of the way, and the club actually isn't square long enough. I'm actually gonna have to get hands at the bottom because I'm actually gonna be in front of it and the face is gonna stay open. Okay? This arc here, from here, allows the club to stabilize. It allows the right wrist to stay bent back. When the arc gets too much flat here at the bottom, too far forward, and get too much arc here, the arms and hands are gonna go left, but when I get here, the club's gonna release up, back up like this. Now, the body's gonna keep you from seeing it because the body's gonna be in the way. So it's gonna look more like this. Like I'm gonna see forward, I'm gonna see the club look like that. Okay, that is a flat arc here. And on the way through, this right wrist, right arm's gonna go this way. Well, I don't want that to happen. If I wanna control this golf ball, I want the right arm working this way the whole way. And the only way to produce that is to get the arc lowest here and get the hand path arc down and then back up. So again, let me demonstrate. Like that. So now the hands are lowest here and arcing up that way. So if we're here, okay, and we're this way with the body, you can see I'm not moving my hand. This is me moving my spine. If I shift, now the club's in a position to unload. Hands come down, push up. Okay, that's proper sequencing. There are some players who play a little bit different, such as Dustin Johnson, and he's a great player. You couldn't change what he was doing. He developed that over years of hitting golf balls. Okay, there's multiple ways to hit a golf ball. I'm telling you what I found the most efficient. Hopefully this helps you, and thanks for watching Golden Golf Academy.